A favorable vote will help to stabilize rates, improve energy efficiency, and provide for a more reliable energy distribution system.
Approving the bond is extremely important because if we don't, we will lose the Department of Energy's $7.2 million toward the project. This would be a huge loss for Burlington in our efforts to become a sustainable city. Smart metering can help consumers better manage their energy use by providing up-to-date information on electricity consumption. This information can empower consumers to reduce their energy load during peak times of the day, which can save the consumer money while reducing carbon emissions. Burlington also has a climate action plan, and this plan calls for a 20% reduction in greenhouse gases by 2020. Realizing that this is an aggressive target is going to require the deployment of new and proven technologies. Smart grid technology is one such tool.
I just want to make a comment on one other concern. There's other concerns, but one other concern that I've heard repeatedly, which is why can't we wait on this technology? And the point I want to make there is waiting on this, again, will mean higher rates for Burlington residents, for ratepayers. Because as other people have said, we have the Department of Energy grant that's going to pay for half of this. If we wait in a technology that is coming, in my opinion, we are going down this road sooner or later. If it's later, we will it is very unlikely that we will have access to the Department of Energy grant that will cover half the cost. So I think it is really critical that we move forward now with this new technology. Thanks.
And what I want to speak to is another issue that all of the speakers before me, I think, have stated, and that is the opportunity. This is about the opportunity. And there was a time when Burlington seized its opportunities, and we built the Church Street Marketplace, and we developed the waterfront. And we weren't afraid to take a step forward. Burlington has been consumed by negativity in the recent past, and I think it's time to move on from that. Is the only reason that we should take on a bond like this is to increase efficiency and to reduce and stabilize our rates. And that's what this bond does.
We've been very careful not to tell customers they're going to save energy from this technology. I think you're seeing save money and what this technology really allows you to do is to move usage off from peak periods into evening and shoulder hours. So the actual energy reductions, at least initially, are not anticipated to be that great. You're seeing studies come out of California and Washington, D.C., where they're saying people can save up to 10%. But as people have spoken about here, we've been doing energy efficiency since the early 90s. So we're not real clear how much additional actual energy reduction we can get from customers here. What we're putting this technology forward on is the basis of improved operational efficiencies.
So once the smart grid, smart meter system is in place, will BED customers see lowered rates?
Again, we're not trying to promise lower rates. What we're saying is by putting this technology in place, it will allow us to stabilize costs, stabilize rates going forward. And as we start to see pressures from other parts of the business, transmission being a good example, that's going up at 8 to 10% a year. It'll give individual customers opportunities to control their usage and reduce their individual bills. I mean, it'll give them opportunities that they don't have today.
So this isn't about saving ratepayers money, it's more about controlling their behavior.
It's about stabilizing rates in the future. Everybody, I mean, we've had questions, gee, you're going to put a smart meter on the side of my house and I'm going to see my bill drop by 10%. That's not going to happen. What this does is allow us to have technology that will allow us to control costs in the future and stabilize the rates as we look out for the next 10 or 15 years. We're going to have an opportunity to have information and handle the system in ways that we couldn't before. Assuming the bond passes, we would be putting the back office systems in place this fall. The meter installations are planned to occur throughout 2012. We're hoping to have the last meter in place by the end of next year. And then rate structures and some of the follow-on changes in the way we do business that allow customers to actually utilize this would happen in 2013. One of the other items we're going to be putting in place is a new web presentment portal, so customers will be able to go to a website and actually see their individual usage using their account information.
In the early part of July, the commissioners meeting with the commissioner of the Department of Public Service is meeting with all of the utilities, and we will be discussing opt-out provisions that each utility will have in place for customers who just really are having an issue with concerns mostly about health. I mean, that would be, I think, the main reason why you wouldn't want to change out your mechanical meter to an electric meter. And each utility will have to come up with an opt-out provision that will need to be approved by the Department of Public Service and then ultimately by the Public Service Board.